or we have clients who don't have family.
Sure, absolutely.
And so they're not going to make the bond, and they're going to sit until the case is resolved, one way or the other.
Right. Which unfortunately, sometimes here in the state of Texas can take quite a long time.
Correct. Yeah. And so, I always tell my clients, we can work out something at any stage in the process, but if we decide we want to go to trial, we're looking at about a year and a half after indictment, not after arrests. I guess we should talk about that at some point, but not today.
So but let's take a scenario where somebody does get out on bond. Mm-hmm. Now, at what point should the family be calling an attorney?
After they bonded out I would think they'd call an attorney while they're getting them bonded out, I would hope. But let's assume that they focus on doing the bond. The earlier you call the attorney, the better.
And why is that?
Because stuff happens, and then they want us to come in later and fix it. And there's stuff mistakes have been made, and now it's too late. I can't put the genie back in the bottle.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
There's like somebody bonded the person out, and they got GPS, and then they violated the conditions of GPS.
And so GPS is just the ankle monitor that, kind of tracks where you're at, where you're going, restriction in a certain area.
And so they've gone and violated that condition, and now they're rearrested, and now they call us.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And now now everybody's already mad because they've already proven that they can't follow the conditions of bond.
Right.
And they want us to make it all well.
Yeah. So I think the general advice would be, when the loved one's arrested, that first call should be to a bondsman. You want to find a bondsman. And then once your loved one is in the process of getting out, that might be the point where you might start looking for a lawyer to kind of help you out.
Well, but I have I have clients repeat, not that the client is repeated, but they felt like a family friend has committed a crime, and they've called me up before they called the bond company.
Okay.
And so there's different bond companies I've recommended, just because I know there's bond companies who are kind of the people who are looking to get off your bond right away and get you rearrested. And there's bond companies that are reputable and fair. Okay.
Well, and so the good thing is this is our first episode of So You Got Arrested. But in our second episode, we are going to get into some of these issues with bond. Yes. That's a very big thing for people. What happens when you're out on bond? What does that mean? What does that look like? And what are the restrictions that can be placed on you until you get to that very first court appearance? So we'll take that up in our second episode. We appreciate you joining us here for So You Got Arrested, your guide from cuffs to courtroom with Scott Simpson and Steve Barrera.
Thank you.